Hi, welkom bij weer een nieuwe video. We gaan weer verder met She Could Fly. Ja, She Could Fly. Een documentaire escape game. Vorige keer hebben we een heel stuk gespeeld. We hebben wat geleerd over OCD. Er zijn wat grapjes er gemaakt. We hebben 2 puzzels opgelost, of 2 bladzijden. En ik zou zeggen, we gaan gewoon weer verder. Weet je nog even niet wat we vorige keer hebben gedaan en wat ik nou bedoel met die OCD? Ik zou zeggen, kijk even de video op mijn kanaal van She Could Fly, de vorige video. En dan kun je er makkelijker instappen, zou ik zeggen. Nou, wij gaan gewoon lekker weer verder spelen. En we gaan gewoon waarschijnlijk weer heel veel leren over OCD. Ik zou zeggen, let's go. Zijn we terug bij het begin.
Okay, magpie, it's knitted. I wonder if she made it. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, isn't it?
Gaan we gewoon weer verder. Gewoon piep. The fuck is die piep?
Okay, we need to find the comic pieces.
Oh,
Let's
en
get to it.
de olifant staat ergens anders. Wat was dit nou weer? Heeft dat iets met dat te maken? Nee. Oké, dan moeten we misschien nog even achterkomen. Wat staat hier nou?
Again.
Een nieuwe tekst.
Ash? Do I love Ash? Do I love Ash? Reasons I love Ash. They like comics too, loves dancing, horror film fan, loves nature docs. Reasons I don't love Ash? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Shame. I reckon this Ash person is going to be a history soon. You're going to be sure, right?
Die hadden we al. Anders lees het wel voor, zeg maar. Hier is verder niks. Ik hoor wel gepiept, dus ik denk dat de keuken in de fik staat. Misschien moeten we maar eens naar de keuken toe. Gaan we zo wel heen. Hey. Eerst daarheen. Nee. Nee.
That poster on the wall. What's going on? It's a nice poster, but yeah, there's a bit missing.
Ja. We missen zeker een stukje. Misschien kunnen we die ook nog wel vinden. Laten we even kijken. We kunnen hierin nou. We kunnen botten. Wat is dit allemaal dan voor dingetjes? Kan ik niet pakken. Hier kan ik ook niks. Oh, kom maar hierheen. Een knop spelen, maar dat doet niks. Wat zou ik hier moeten doen dan? Weet ik ook niet. Oké, ik heb echt geen idee wat ik hier kan. Maar ik hoor het piepen. Brandalarm. Dus we gaan naar de keuken.
What's going on in the kitchen? What is that? Is it dangerous?
Hallo!
I mean, it's not coming at us with fangs or a sword, so I guess it's okay. Not scary, just unsettling. And it's floating. Okay. Floating things I do not like. Kind of make me feel a bit, I don't know, off center. I don't want a hoverboard. I love Back to the Future, but I don't want a hoverboard.
Oké,
because
ik heb een paar keer op de knop gedrukt en blijkbaar werkt dat. Maar wat de hel was dat? Echt geen idee wat dat was.
There's a note. What does it say? I hate when people put those little hearts on notes. So soppy. Who is this Ash?
Okay.
Her partner? Yeah, not sure about all those heart things. That's a bit much.
The comic you sent me was so good. Your art is amazing. Love you. Okay. Nice. So sweet. So lief. Wat is dit?
The drawer of lost things.
Dat was een
I feel
piece.
like I want to crawl into a drawer like that sometimes. It's actually made for me. I do feel lost sometimes. Tiger Orchid coming to you with her emotions. No, seriously, I am actually sharing. Okay? Team Tiger.
Oh, deze hebben we er één plaatsen.
Okay, no more emotions.
Plaats. Dat is 1. Waar sta jij daar nou weer? Hij dood. daar komt
I
staan.
understand what I'm seeing is supposed to be water, but does it resemble real water? No, it does not. CJ water, you know, it's tricky. Any ideas how to stop the tap running?
De switchknoppen zijn dus blijkbaar iets, maar... Hè? Ik snap even niet wat die switchknoppen met OCD te maken
Comics
hebben,
and
maar...
water do not mix. Who would do that?
Ik heb hiervan wel een stuk of een comic, dat scheelt. Maar het was wel heel apart. Maar oké, dat betekent dat we nou wel weer verder kunnen. Zo. Kunnen we dan hierin? Nee, we kunnen niet daarin. Oké. Oeh, wat moeten wij dan doen? We moeten verder met de comic zoeken. Wat is dit dan? Ik vraag me af wat dat ding is. Dit hier. Wat is dit? Huh?
She's knitted a bird cage.
Ja. Ik ga denk ik weer op de beanbag. De beanbag geeft je tips, zeg
I see you're going to
maar,
put
zo
your
te
feet up
zeggen.
again. Oh yeah, that's fine. Let's take a bit of a break.
Gaan we even kijken wat de beanbag zegt. You have done fantastically. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, thank you. One more challenge. You know the pattern now. Hoezo you know the pattern now? Okay. You will know what to do. You've got this. We've come full circle. Ja, maar wat moet ik doen dan? Ja, de comicbooks verzamelen, maar... Everyday, this is just your everyday. Ja, dank je, dat weet ik, maar nu en verder. Toast to victory. Get those documentaries move forward. Ja, oké. Prima. Je moet comics nog vinden. Oh, was dat het? Ah, shit. Ik dacht er komt een tip of zo. Shit.
I'm going to be honest. I feel a bit left out when you go in there, wherever that is. I hope that doesn't sound too needy.
Zou het dan toch nog iets in de slaapkamer zijn? Dan lijkt me sterk. Hey!
Oh, this is wild. I like this. Oh, the walls are cracking. Ah,
Gek.
it's a quake! Ah, everyone get covered!
Dat was vaag. Dat was erg raar. Dan doen we die ook weer. En weer de keuken, hè? Echt, ik word er zo moe van. Wat moet je nou? Fucking idioot. Ga weg. En geef me de laatste piece of comic.
That was pretty
Dankjewel.
fun. I like that. A flood, a quake, and spooky monsters.
Nou,
Well,
dan doen we
after quakes
deze.
and floods, it's time for another sit down. Let's see what's going on with these films.
Oké. Een hele stripverhaal. Hoe members of the work Iceland, a Lakers vessel delivering iron ore to Mainto, spot tester AC, the spear about 5 out. She was clocked about 120 miles per hour by ocean air traffic control in Geneva. Today flew a showy piece 500 feet in the air. The government agency continued to deny any... Okay. What the hell? I'm gonna head down to the basement. What if the terrorist thing? Luna, I thought we were gonna watch some. I need to work on some stuff. Arguing anyone with information to call the hotline. Oké. En dan zit je dan lekker. Take a pin. Hold it with your left finger. Push it into the right thumb. The pin. 52 degrees with your right... Oké. Oké. Ja, dat is weird. Next. Then push it into the map with S1 safe. You know, in the air. I bet the thoughts are gone. Eerste filmpje, daar gaan we. What is the pink elephant paradox?
The pink elephant paradox
Ja,
to
wat
me
is dat inderdaad?
is the idea of your brain almost involuntarily does things without you even realizing. So, for example, when people hear don't think about a pink elephant, the first thing that pops into your head is a pink elephant. And that's one of the best ways to describe OCD. You tell somebody to stop thinking about a certain kind of thought, but if the thought worries you and the thought is alarming, it's going to keep being thrown at you. Your brain will make those decisions, those pathways stronger and stronger.
The pink elephant paradox, it's almost like having an itch and someone telling you not to scratch the itch, and now you're just focusing on scratching the itch.
Oké. Ik snap hem een beetje. Niet veel, maar ik snap hem. We gaan gewoon door naar de volgende. Kijken of ik die wat beter snap. How do people
I just got to the point where I was in a
cope
room
with
and I just
OCD?
couldn't get out. Everything was too scary. Going to make a drink was too scary. Going to eat was too scary. Going to do anything was just a nightmare.
Sometimes, I mean, it will take hours out of my day, and then there's some sort of recuperative period that will also take hours. I mean, even yesterday I had some trouble where it pretty much ate up my entire morning, and then after feeling some relief or release from it, you know, through medication or other mechanisms, you know, then there's the recovery period where I just feel very internal and quiet, and then the whole day's gone.
Physically, OCD feels just completely overwhelming of your entire body. It consumes everything. Your brain is on a 24/7 repeat of itself, just going over the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get out of this. It just becomes completely debilitating. You can't think about anything else. But I also it's never stopped me from going out or anything. I'm a very extroverted person, so I like to go out with my friends, and that still is just a distraction. But even when I was with those friends in a really dark spot, not listening to a word they're saying, I'm just getting as drunk as I can and trying to forget what I'm going through.
Over the years, I've built a kind of toolbox of things that can help me get out of it. I think that first and foremost is distraction.
Oké. Mensen zoeken dus eigenlijk gewoon distraction, afleiding. Oké. Ik heb er één gemist. Ik weet niet waar. Oh, gewoon hier bij die naald. Oh, jongens. Hoe kan ik die nou vergeten? Gaan we even nog een keer op drukken. What are symptoms of OCD and when to start?
And doing it in a certain order and twisting it around as kind of a compulsion and something she has to do in a certain order, which I can relate to, because when I'm doing compulsions, it often feels like I need to do this part first, then that part, I need to ask this, and if they don't reply that, I need to ask this, or I need to move this in a certain way. And that sense of trying to do things in a certain order can make you feel like your anxiety is going to be reduced. And then if you don't get to do it in that order, it feels like you need to start everything again, which is why for so many people OCD is so time consuming.
I was only diagnosed with OCD when I was around 16, but I can think back now to being 7 or 8 years old and probably showing symptoms of OCD which I kept very hidden, which a lot of people with the condition do because of the fear of the embarrassment or shame around it. I can remember certain rituals that I did when I was around 7 or 8, which revolved around, I guess, seemingly innocuous things like the microwave being on and having to do a certain dance or a certain tapping ritual before the microwave finished, or eating food in a certain order and counting and thinking that something bad would happen if I didn't do that.
So if children are kind of presenting with OCD symptoms, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go on to have chronic OCD. For many children, it's just a passing phase of doing rituals, and that's pretty normal to grow out of that. Also, though, however, children are often worried about disclosing the thoughts too, and they might not always be that great at being able to articulate what the thoughts are. So you probably tend to notice it more in their behaviors. So tapping things, touching them, blinking, lining up toys at night. These are some of the rituals that you might see much more in childhood than in adolescence or adulthood.
It's shocking. I mean, sometimes people wait 17 years. There is data showing that people might be getting help when they're in the late 20s or mid 20s or something. For some of these people, they've had OCD since they were children.
Oh no, this is horrifying. There's more than one of them. You might be cheap, but you are also nasty. Fear, Monza, frenzy.
Oké, vaag. Oh, wat de hel is dit dan? Oh! Oké. Ah! Wat moet ik doen? Wat is het? Ik weet niet wat ik moet doen. Help! Wat moet ik doen? Wat deed ik? Ik deed een volgorde, maar ik weet niet wat ik deed. Wat deed ik? Ik weet niet wat ik doe. Ik snap het niet. Wat moet ik doen hier? Ik ben het hier gewoon echt kwijt. Wat? Hè? Ben je gewoon weg? Oh, wacht. Aha. Rood is daar ook. Rood, groen. Blauw, geel. Rood, groen, blauw, geel. Rood, groen, blauw, geel. Oh, wacht, nee, meer. Shit. Shit. Rood, groen. Blauw, geel. Groen, blauw. Oké. Rood, groen, blauw, geel, groen, blauw. Yes!
Like it, yeah!
What the hell is dit nou weer?
Look, I'm not the greatest dancer, but it's the effort that counts, right? The no stuff.
Oh my god! Fucking disco! Ik weet niet waar ik heen moet. Waar kan ik heen? Hallo? Wel vet hoor. Kan ik nu hier...
Right, we better go and check if the door is open. We can get out of here and go clubbing for real, buddy.
Oké, ja. We gaan die kant op. En we kunnen
How
de
many
deur
times are we
uit.
around now? 3 times?
Ja, dit is de
Okay, we
derde
must be
tijd.
close to the end. If we loop back, what? We're back here again. This
Shit.
is this. We have to get out of here. I feel so tired of this now. I just want it to stop.
Ja, ik snap.
Was is this a joke? Just as I thought I wanted to leave, you make it look fun. Oh, a 90s arcade.
Arcade,
Okay,
nice.
we got some money.
Boy,
Let's
now
get
get
this.
your
It's the
gaming.
notebook.
I don't want
Let's see
to
what Hannah's thinking
contaminate
now.
anyone with all this badness
I didn't want to
inside of me.
contaminate anyone with all this badness inside of me. Oh, that's heavy.
Okay.
Oh, that little elephant statue has changed again. I love it.
I'm gonna game. Wie ben ik?
Woo!
Oh.
The comic pieces are in the game, and that's pretty fun. Do it. Do it, do it!
Haha, dat is grappig. Een soort Pac-Man. Oh, game over. Shit. Ik wil nog een keer. Ik wil nog een keer. Move, get, go, avoid. Okay, let's go. Dus nog, de controls zijn niet heel lekker.
Success. They're back. Quick. Let's get the comic pieces in place and go watch the films.
Ah, okay, nice. Okay, let's go watch. What is the impact of sharing your OCD experience?
That is some word balloon. I don't think I ever edited a story that had so much dialogue in one balloon, but it was perfect.
When Luna's in the car talking to Verna and finally just says all the things that run through her head, to me, that was a scene where I wanted to show how overwhelming that really would be to someone who's not suffering from something like this. Like if someone were to say, which they often do to people suffering from something like this, like, just tell me what's wrong, or it can't be that bad, or what is it? And you really were to take the cap off and open up and tell them everything, it would completely overwhelm them and maybe drive them away, which I think is where the shame element comes from when it comes to this type of OCD or OCD in general.
I think that, when someone finds a therapist, they can really understand them.
Hey, nee, niet
They
vast
feel
wel.
safe to finally, say these things out loud, which might be the first time they have ever done that. And I think, that's represented in that speech bubble where she's kind of letting everything out and kind of telling someone probably for the first time what's been terrorizing her in her mind.
So at the point when my OCD was at its worst, which was around the time when I was at university, so from age 19 to 22, I became completely housebound because of OCD. I had lost all sense of my independence. I completely relied on others 24/7. My friends were essentially carers at the time because I couldn't do anything without the reassurance from others. And it reached the point where it was easier to just stay in the house, often just stay in bed for days on end, because the fear of confronting OCD and getting out of bed, it took too many hours.
Dat lijkt me heftig. Ja. Het lijkt me best heftig als jij niet met huis uit kan, omdat je eigenlijk anderen ook voor jou moet laten verzorgen of zo, omdat anders je OCD optreedt. Dat lijkt me echt heftig, zo'n besef. Je hebt een gevoel dat je gewoon machteloos bent, helemaal niks bent zonder anderen of zo. Dat lijkt me moeilijk. Oké, op naar de volgende. We hebben nog een filmpje. How do you treat OCD?
It was
Is daar-
only at a
is daar iets voor?
point during university where I started to see the severe impact that my mental health was having on my family and on those closest to me, where I thought, okay, well, I need to do something for them because I'm not just wasting my life now, I'm starting to really impact on my loved ones. And that's when I went for a course of cognitive behavioural therapy with exposure and response prevention. That was the course where I really absolutely gave it my all. I threw myself in at the deep end. I did the scariest, to me, exposures.
CBT is cognitive behavior therapy, and it's the type of therapy that we offer at our clinic. And the reason that we offer it is it's an evidence-based treatment, so it's been proved to work. And we know really clearly it works really well with OCD, and we're going to help a significant proportion of people using it. ERP is exposure with response prevention, and it's really the active ingredient in it. So it's about helping people to face their fears. The best way to get around an anxiety is to face the thing that you're afraid of. So if they're worried about contamination, we might be encouraging them to start to sort of touch more surfaces and discover that nothing bad happens to them or people around them.
So you can also empower parents who have young children. So when I say young children, 5 to 12-year-olds, you can actually teach them the techniques and they can apply them at home and help the child to overcome OCD. So we also need to be kind of creative in how we do these treatments.
Oké. Ik wist eigenlijk niet dat OCD... ik ben niet bekend met OCD, dus ik wist niet dat OCD een soort mentaal iets was en dat het te behandelen is of zo. Als ik het zo hoor, is het te behandelen om er overheen te komen. Ik wist niet dat dat iets was waar je overheen kon komen. Best interessant om te weten. Volgende. Oké, hier zit ze op bed. Als je dit wil lezen, lees het. Ik heb net al een stukje voorgelezen, maar ik bedoel, weet je, je kunt het zelf een beetje lezen. Ik ga er heel langzaam doorheen. Als ik het allemaal moet voorlezen, dan heb ik straks geen stem meer over. Oké. Hier is ze iets aan het lezen of zo. Hier is lezen. Mijn moeder gaat iets zeggen. How do you recover from OCD?
I was very, very lucky to get referred for CBT with the NHS. And I had 18 months, really intense therapy. And I came out and was really well. I thought, wow, I'm cured. Whatever that was, everything's all good. And then a couple of years later, my mum's brain tumour came back. And I had a really big relapse. So unfortunately, she died. And I think it was a mix of grief and OCD. I took a job at Marks and Spencer's and I took it in the store operations. She said, do you want to be a customer assistant or would you like to be store operations? And I was like trying to play it cool, trying to be really, well, you know, which is kind of more fun. And she said, well, store operations is really hard. You're involved with a lot of the health and safety of the building, you know, locking up at night, checking the ovens are off, all sorts, make sure the fridges and freezers at the right temperatures. And I was like, oh, and she said, if it doesn't challenge. And it was that one sentence she said, the part of me that knows that I'm here for something more was like, yes, I'll do store operations. The part of me with OCD was like, oh dear God, what have you done? So there was a fantastic therapist called Dr. Reed Wilson, and he's based in the States. And I'd read his book, Stopping the Noise in Your Head. And long story short, I contacted him and we basically use Marks and Spencer's as a training ground. He looks at OCD as a game that you can win, but you need to know what his tricks are. You need to know kind of how to play the game and how to kind of outsmart it. In my head, it's like this self-talk and kind of leaning into that fear. And I use that with all sorts, with learning to lock up on a night, learning to look after the fridges and freezers every time they went off temperature. And I got really, really well, very functional, and could lock the store up by myself.
There's a line from a Nick Cave song that I really like where he talks about, I leapt into the abyss to find it only came up to my knees. And that's what you're trying to do in therapy, is get people to sort of face their fears and find out that the thing they're afraid of isn't actually going to happen.
That was so interesting. So much stuff I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm so over these creatures. We need to get rid of them for good. Face your fear. Face your fear monsters.
Best wel apart.
Well, we can't do that if they don't have eyes.
Best wel apart. Dat je zo erover kan denken van het is een game en ik moet het winnen. Maar daarvoor moet ik wel dingen weten hoe het moet en trucjes, tips en trips om die game te verslaan. Best wel goed om zo erover na te denken. Oké, we gaan monsters verslaan, want ze zijn monsters. What the fuck zijn monsters? Waarom hebben ze geen ogen? Wat is dat nou weer voor iets? Hè? Moet ik muntjes pakken om ogen te... Oh, wacht. Die kan hier... Kan ik hierheen? Ik kan hierheen. Die heeft wel ogen. Die niet. Hè? Kan ik niet gewoon weg? Nee. Als ze volgen me wel echt met het gezicht, hè. Dat is fucking irritant. Heeft ook geen zin. Ook niet. Yo! Dude. Doe eens normaal. Ogen.
What's this?
What's that?
Crow or is it raven? I mean,
So
I don't want to worry you all, but crows symbolize death, danger,
Yep.
misfortune, and illness.
Maar hoe kom ik aan ogen dan?
All this sitting
Toch
down
hierheen?
will not get us to the end of the game.
Ah, ik weet niet, misschien moet ik wel hierheen. Misschien krijg ik een tip of zo. Ik weet het ook niet. You have come so far. Ja, dat weet ik ook wel. Maar ik wil gewoon weten hoe ze nou ogen krijgen. Dat ik hiervan weg kan. Come on. Have you noticed that monsters have lost eyes? Ja, dat heb ik gezien inderdaad. Oh. I remember a place for lost things. I'm drawing a blank. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You have the power over him. Ja, nee, ik weet het al. Oh my god. A place for loading. Het is de la. Tada.
Oh, I love googly eyes. They're so useful for so many things. Okay, so what do we do with these?
Okay.
That was hard, but I think they're gone.
Is gelijk iedereen weg? Ja, gelijk iedereen is weg. Lekker.
We
Kunnen we
did
nou
it!
verder?
Yeah! This must be it. We faced our fears. We're finally getting out of here. We did it! Yeah!
Zou het zo zijn? Zou het zo zijn? Wat de hel is dit?
What is this cold, dark place? What did we do wrong? We're trying so hard. Try flicking the switches or tidying some messes.
Wat hebben we gedaan dan?
Okay, that's unusual. A phone box in the room? Let's just keep focused. That phone box is a red herring. Look, it's obvious, it's literally red.
Ja, oké.
What's it say? Congratulations. You're going to be exhibiting at Thought Bubble Comic Convention. Your artist application has been successful. We cannot wait to see you in November. Your biggest fans, Team Thought Bubble. I mean, that's nice, but I don't think she should go. There's a lot going on that she needs to sort out in her flat. Like keeping those monsters away.
Dan gaan we verder kijken.
What is that? There's a tape across the door. We're stuck in the room. It's probably for the best. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Going out, seeing people. That's so 2019. Let's just stay in here, or at least in the flat, and we can make.
Yes.
What's that? Did you just see it fly under the door? It's a card.
What's dit?
What does it
I know
say?
you don't want to talk to me right
Ash
now.
is such a loser. Look at those heart symbols. So lame. And what are those other weird symbols? I don't think Hannah loves Ash. I'm saying it. I've called it. She needs to ditch them, right? I know what. Let's call up Ash and ditch them. Or text them. So you don't have to talk. Yeah. Or just ignore them. There's nothing wrong with ghosting from time to time. But let's flick some switches first, right?
Ja, ik probeer switches te doen wat jij zei, maar hallo. Dat werkt niet.
What should we do with the scissors? Let's get out of here and dump Ash. Yes, let's dump their ass. We don't need them.
Break free, motherfucker. Wat is dit allemaal?
Another
Nog meer
card.
briefjes.
Let's check this out. So, we need to keep that person safe because if they come in here, they get hurt by the monsters. You see those symbols? Ignore them. They won't help. So, if Banya knocks on the door, we'll ignore them, but flick some switches to make sure they're safe, right? Okay, cool. We've got this. Come on, let's ditch Ash, then we can just go to bed and sleep. Or put the disco music on.
Oké. Nog een briefje. You need to know that I'm not going to lose you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow. See the doctor. Taking 2 weeks off. Stay with. Okay. Fine.
Oh, I do love that elephant. It's getting bigger and...
You cannot see me.
It's got
I don't
Hannah's
want to show
name
my
on the
face.
jumper.
Okay.
She's knitted it with no face. Hannah, perhaps you are... Ignore the phone box. This is not going to help us. The switch... I think it looks like Hannah is a bad person. She is the enemy. This is such a clever game. We thought that she was a hero, but she's the enemy. Okay, now I get it. Let's ditch Ash to save them from Hannah. And flick the switches so we're all safe from Hannah. Cool.
Oké. We gaan eerst even bellen. Hallo?
I'm sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in operation. Please dial the new number. Repeat.
Wat de hel is dit nou weer? Dat klinkt fucking goed. Waar zijn de switches? Die is dicht, die is dicht. Die is dicht. Die is dicht. Hey, zo. Maar hoezo? Oh, 3, 2, 1. Staat erop. Sukkel. Daarvoor had ik dat kaartjes. Nee. 3, 2, 1, zeg ik.
I know it might not be like this right now, but there are treatments that are effective for OCD. You can get better. This doesn't have to be a life sentence. OCD thoughts can be utterly overwhelming, and it can feel like you have no space in your head for anything else. But there are treatments that work, and people who can help you recover. I understand that these thoughts might make you feel like you're a bad person, but you don't choose those thoughts. They're part of your OCD and they're not part of you. These thoughts aren't your fault, and you deserve support to help you recover.
Oké, dat is een flinke helplijn. Nice.
That's enough of that now. I do not want to listen to that anymore.
Dan gaan we weer een nieuwe
I
page.
like that the colours come back. It's less creepy.
4 filmpjes. Oh my god, ik zoek het niet meer. Can you cure OCD?
When Luna talks about the intrusion of becoming whispers, that's exactly what we kind of, would expect within OCD treatment. So the aim is never to get rid of the intrusive thoughts at all. It's to change the meaning that we attach to them and the interpretation of those thoughts. And once we do that, those thoughts can be there, they can be in the background, and naturally over time, that paradox occurs where they do just become a whisper.
The comfort zone is a huge lie by OCD, that you've somehow been convinced that you're comfortable because you're feeling anxiety. It doesn't make much sense to me. Surely, I think there's that saying, life begins outside of your comfort zone, and that applies to everything.
The other thing about rituals is that they're often fake friends. So they promise people, if you do this ritual, I will make you more comfortable, or I will make you more safe.
Okay.
And actually they don't do that at all. They just maintain the sense of threat. So they promise a lot and deliver very little. It's a fake kind of comfort, really.
Oké, duidelijk. Hello Luna, spreekt ze door het raam. Time to fly. How can we improve things for people with OCD?
So the one thing we shouldn't do is put a split in services, and particularly my own profession of psychiatry, we put a split at the age of 18. So if you first develop your OCD at the age of 16, even if you get a diagnosis, you'll be picked up for 2 years by a child and adolescent mental health service. And then it's a rather chancy affair as to whether you'll be picked up seamlessly by an adult service.
How do we deal with such a debilitating disorder? And I think key is having initiatives to increase awareness. I think in schools, when I was a kid, I never knew what it was. I was 8 years old and I was touching door frames every night. I was turning lights on and off like a disco in my house.
For me, the most important thing for people with OCD now would be timely access to good quality treatment.
We also need to make sure we train enough professionals in offering these treatments, because at the moment the problem is that up to 50 or 70% of people that get referred to treatment get the wrong treatment, and that's due to lack of training among mental health professionals, because there are very few people that are properly trained in treating OCD using cognitive behavior therapy.
Daar ben ik het wel even mee eens. Want weet je wat het is? OCD zullen vast wel veel mensen last van hebben. Ik niet. En ik heb er ook nooit in verdiept, om zo te zeggen. Maar dat er dan zo weinig mensen gespecialiseerd zijn om jou daarmee te helpen. Wat ik nu zo begrijp. Ja, dat mag eigenlijk gewoon niet kunnen, toch? Eigenlijk moet iedereen gewoon de juiste hulp kunnen krijgen. En als dat nu niet zo is, dat is wel een slechte zaak. Eigenlijk. Maar we gaan even verder kijken naar het volgende filmpje. Nog een plaatje, wegvliegen. Can you fly free? Ja, oké.
One of the really rewarding things about working in this area is that on a daily basis we see people getting significantly better or completely better, and it's entirely possible to do. We've got some really great treatments. The therapy works really, really well. And if you put effort into it and really push yourself, you can make huge progress with this.
Luna is obsessed with the flying woman because she recognizes a freedom in what this person is doing and a liberation in what this person is doing. And if there's anything that Luna is dying for at the start of the story, it's freedom and liberation. Obviously, it's from her own mind. And she soon discovers that the flying woman is looking for the exact same thing. That for some reason, flying has stuck in her craw as a possible answer to her own mental struggles. And there is something just so kind of iconically and symbolically liberating and freeing about flight, right? It's how we look to birds and how we use airplanes and all of these things, and Superman and all of these kind of comic book things that we've seen in iconography. It speaks to an ability to be free from the shackles of gravity and reality in a way.
And for Luna to be able to take that leap, both, metaphorically and literally, is a huge moment for her. And the joy and the exhilaration that she feels when, she can experience that is a beautiful thing.
Okay. Daar ben ik het best wel mee eens, ja. Yes, to have to find your own. Yes, good. Nice. Als het eenmaal kan. What advice would you give to someone with OCD?
The biggest bit of advice that I would give to somebody experiencing OCD or somebody who thinks they might have OCD, I think just speaking about it and finding people who understand and who don't react in the way that you think they're going to react to any intrusive thought you might tell them can genuinely be life-changing.
Best piece of advice I can give to someone with OCD is that OCD, like anxiety, is a wave. It goes up, but it has to come down. So ride out the hardest part of it, even as tough as it is, because it does come down. And the more you work on your recovery, those waves get smaller and smaller, and recovery is inevitable at the end of it if you put the work in and look after yourself.
When you get the right and proper help and you surround yourself by the people that love and care about you, you can rebuild yourself. And one thing I've had to learn to realize is that I'm not going to wake up one day and suddenly be happy. That's not how happiness works. Happiness is a skill I've had to work on.
I feel like over time I've been able to navigate through it. And it's just a case of giving yourself compassion and just making space for those uncomfortable feelings, because there is no end goal to be fully healed or resolved. I feel like that's a bit unrealistic. I think that's the beauty of life, kind of navigating through a journey.
What was that about destroying the comfort zone? Where is your comfort zone? It's Ash. Get rid of Ash and your mum and your friends. You don't need any of them. You will ruin their lives. The only way to keep them safe is to ignore them and keep them out of your life.
Ja, daar ben ik het wel mee eens. Continu mensen gaan willen beschermen en
yes,
doen.
Okay, back in. Okay.
Koekjes.
Peanuts. So we can eat those rather than the toast, I guess. Yeah?
Kan ik de koekjes eten? Wat is de bedoeling met de koekjes? Oh, die moet ik aan de vogel
another
geven,
bird, an
wat?
eagle. I think we can put this in the bin.
Wat moet ik nou met die koekjes dan? Die koekjes. Of die pinda's. Wat moet ik hier nou mee? Oh. Ik weet niet wat ik hiermee moet. Oh, ik kan hem dan daar een elephant geven. Top.
That's not good. Let's get back in the bedroom and have a sleep.
Okay, we will sleep. Bedroom. Laten we dan slapen? Nee, natuurlijk niet. Waarschijnlijk moet die vogel nog even in de kooi doen, of niet? Nee? Oh.
Let's keep focused and we can play something else soon. We can do it here.
Okay.
We don't have to leave.
Wat dan? Wat dan? Wat kan ik doen? Ik ben het even kwijt. Ik moet gewoon weer een snoepje pakken. Zou dat het zijn? Ik ga gewoon proberen hoor.
Oh my god, we don't need to feed the elephant anymore.
Nou, echt wel.
It's getting bigger. That's dangerous. You're destroying the comfy place. Stop it. Get back to the switches. We know that works. Can you just stop that? Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess. Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess. Flick the switch.
Nee.
Dump ash. That trap. We need to stay away. Don't do.
Jawel. Jawel. We gaan het gewoon doen.
Hey, Taika Orchid. This is Hannah. Thank you for traveling with me. I know you've been trying to keep me safe, but I'm not listening to you anymore. This might not be goodbye forever. I may hear your voice again, but my voice will be louder from now on. You are now a whisper. Don't be scared. I'm going outside now. Mum, Ash, Ness, Banya, my comics, and my life. They're all waiting for me. Goodbye.
Alone. Loneliness corrodes like acid fluid. Sinking.
Oké.
While you're playing happy tunes. Struggling.
Oké. Dat was de game. Hij was leerzaam. Hij was grappig. Er zaten wat random puzzeltjes in. En random dingetjes zoals olifant voeren en die groter wordt en wild wordt. Arcade zat erin. Ik weet niet, deze game had wel iets. Er zat zoveel verschillende dingen in. Maar ook op een leerzame manier om uit te leggen wat OCD is. Alle complimenten aan de gamemakers. Echt amazing. Zo leer je op een leuke wijze wat OCD is. Dus verder heb ik er niks op te zeggen. Gewoon good job. Ja, Willy. Ik vond het ook leuk om te spelen. Ik zou zeggen, heb je de eerste aflevering van deze nog niet gezien? Kijk even op mijn kanaal voor de eerste aflevering. Wil je andere video's zien? Ik zou zeggen, er staan ze op mijn kanaal. Klik een andere video aan. En dan zie ik jullie bij de volgende video. Volgende keer weer. Doei doei.